right here, but he's walking back. I say, really?
Good morning. Good morning. We here. We get set up for TikTok. I got a pounding headache. Like it's like right here in my eyeball. Here. Apologize for canceling on Friday. I definitely had intentions of coming on later in the day, but it just happened. It was so much going on that I just didn't work out that way. So, but what Friday taught me is that sometimes you have to be there for other people when they need you. You know, you can't be selfish. Even though I had things that I needed to do and it was important to me, um, you know, it just wasn't. A friend needed me, and I was there for them. So I don't know why it's not allowing us, but we here. I'm here, and this headache today. We're gonna get rid of this thing. We gonna get rid of this thing. This little headache. This little headache. Find new subscription here. What's that? Stuff popping up over her. What? I could have been charging. Okay, there it goes. There we go. All right, got everything in here. All set. Look, how I say one chat rate, but nobody's in here. Right, here we go. Good morning. Good morning. I'm a little slow. We was running a little late from the gym this morning, so but I'm here. Hey Queens, how are you this morning? I'm gonna just let everybody come on in. What's up, CJ? But we are getting started. If you're new here, I'm Mecca Joy. I am the creator of the Growth Hour, and this is where we are leveling up for unstoppable growth. So, if you're looking to level up, let's go. I got a crazy headache, so please, I don't know what's going on right now, but my head is pounding. I did take some medicine before I got on, but my thing is still pounding. Hey CJ, I hope you're having a great morning. So we are live on YouTube and TikTok, and we are finishing up chapter 3 of I Am My Brand. So this is all about building your brand without apology. So make sure you stick around and check it out. But I hope you're having a great day. It is Monday. You know, I love Mondays because I feel like Mondays are a day for Miss Stompy. Mondays are for a day of, it's like refreshing. You know, you can start from day one. You know what I mean? And that's why I like Mondays. Mondays are a fresh start, and it's time to get things done. So, again, forgive me for missing out on Friday. I was so sad that I didn't make it on Friday, but I'm here. And let me just share this out to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is having a great morning. We're about to get started. I don't know why it's not letting me share this out. My head is hurting so bad. It's hurting so bad. Send this out to everybody. How you doing, Rodney? Hi, Rodney. I just got in from the gym, so I didn't have enough time to change, so please forgive me, right? But we are here, and gonna get it going. All right. So, like I said, we're finishing up chapter 3 of I Am My Brand, and right now we are on. Okay. Yeah, I think this is When was Friday? What was Friday? Was Friday? The Friday was the third. Okay. All right. We're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get it going because I did not set this up. I thought I had everything set up. We running late this morning, but I hope you're having a great day. And we here. So we're gonna be talking about branding, and this chapter is about looking in the mirror. And why do I feel like we didn't do this one? Oh no, we did because I remember that now. Okay, so we did. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, Brick. Hey, Bang. What up? What up? Good morning. I'm moving a little slow. We just got back in from the gym, and I got a pounding headache, and I'm realizing that some stuff wasn't ready for us this morning. So it's okay, cause we don't stop. We go get. We don't stop. We go get. All right. So let me just set this up real quick, cause this is where we left off. We left off at page 50. Where's the evidence? Good morning. Good morning, Shorty. Shorty. I heard you was over there doing some things the other day and on these streets out here. I heard you was out here. They said you was out here giving them the biz night this weekend. It's like, no, oh, I forget who it was. No, Chastity told me that you was on live and you was talking about your business and all of that good stuff. Thank you, Shorty. Sorry, y'all. I got a pounding headache. Yes, I'm downstairs. Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I heard you was doing it. I was proud of you getting out, stepping out of your comfort zone, you know? And just, talking, getting out here. Listen, I realize at the end of the day, if we don't get out here and out of our comfort zone and talk to people, people won't know who we are. So we have to get out here and talk to people. Part 2 pages. All right, y'all, we about to get started. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. This weekend I didn't do anything. Literally, no, I went out yesterday, or Saturday night. We went to the buffet. That's like my favorite place to go. But I'm not gonna be able to do that very often because of me working out, me trying to look good. You know what I'm saying? But we did that, and I swear, I don't know what it is. But when I go to this buffet, right? Oh yes, it was Avagade's live. Yep. When I go to the buffet, I feel like my stomach just unlocks levels. Like, initially I'll get there and I'll go get one plate, and I'll be eating, and I'm like, and I'll be feeling like I'm about to get full, right? And then I'll look over at all the food, and it's like a level unlocks in my stomach, and then it'd be like plate after plate after plate, and I'll be like, But I was only, I was liking, they had this particular buffet that we go to, there's lobster, crabs, all types of stuff, and the shrimps that I like, because we got there late, I couldn't eat those, but then I found these like soft shell crabs and then hard shell crabs, but they had already taken all the stuff, so all I had to do is just crack it open and eat the meat. Yeah, I was in love with them the other night. I just ate them all day. The whole time we were there, I just kept eating those, kept going up. I think I probably had like maybe 6 or 10. It was like, it's just tearing up. My face was messy, my hands was messy. Oh, it's a good time. So I like to eat, y'all. But we are here. I hope you are having a great day. It's Monday. Let's get started. Again, like I said, my head is pounding, so please forgive me if I'm off a little bit, because my head is killing me. All right, so today's topic is brand alignment check. Are you saying one thing but showing up another way? Are you saying one thing but showing up another way? All right, so welcome to the Growth Hour. I'm Mecca Joy. And we today we are checking our mindset, our brand, and our bag. Today we're continuing chapter 3, I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer. And this part right here is calling out the mismatch between what we say we do and how we actually show up. So, if your audience is confused, they won't convert. If your brand promise isn't reflected in your content, emails, offers, or energy, it's time for a brand alignment check. Hey, Miss Miranda, good morning. Oh, yep, it's still good morning. um, so if your brand promise isn't reflected in your content, emails, offers, or energy, it's time for a brand alignment check. Okay? I like that though. If your brand, if your content, your emails, your offers, your energy, it's time to brand alignment check. I know for myself, I feel like I've been doing a brand alignment check for a minute. Just really, hey, thank you. I've been really just figuring out, myself and me in business. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure I'm in alignment. So I need y'all. Thank you, Miranda, for the heart puffs. I need y'all to drop a mirror in the comment section, in the chat, right? If you're ready to look in the mirror again today and get back in alignment. That's what I'm talking about. She went straight to the bag, straight to the bag, straight to the goals, straight to the goals. Thank you, Miss Miranda. I appreciate you this morning. All right, so today, our affirmation for today is everything about my brand aligns with my truth, my value, and my vision. Everything about my brand aligns with my truth, my values, and my vision. I love that one today. That's our affirmation for today. So, just FYI, now I'm just remind y'all again. It's like, wow, I'm just off a little. In me, I've taken some medicine, and hopefully it starts to kick in because right now it's like, ooh, right here, and it's like, so I apologize, y'all. I apologize. I don't know why. Y'all know the TikTok has been block y'all from leaving y'all. All right. So our affirmation for today is everything about my brand aligns with my truth, my value, and my vision. Yes, me too. Hey, Tracy. Me too, because I don't get headaches very often. And this thing is like literally right here. That's why my face is frowned up, because it's like right here. And when I frown it up, it just like feels like relief a little. All right, here's our mindset shift for today. The most successful brands don't just look good, they feel real, consistent, and trustworthy. Brand confusion equals buyer hesitation. Alignment equals confidence. Alignment equals confidence. All right, y'all. So that's our brand. That's our mind shift for today. The most successful brands don't just look good, they feel real, consistent, and trustworthy. Brand confusion equals buyer hesitation. Alignment equals confidence. All right, so our focus for today, again, we're reading I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer. And the brand alignment, shifting your solutions as your audience needs evolve. We talked about this last week, but and real world examples. So we're going to go through some stuff, but I think I was talking about it with somebody with we were talking about what was it? Blockbuster, right? Because you know how Blockbuster, when Netflix came and when the Red Box video stuff came, all these things happen, kind of shift Blockbuster out. And I was saying the other day, I was in a store that was kind of like a Blockbuster, and it was just a nostalgic feeling. It felt like, oh my God. And I was in there with my child. And it just was a feeling that I was like, they could have survived if they did it right, you know? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So he says, where's the evidence? Here we are. It says, once you have identified what problem your brand is solving, you then need to take a long look at yourself. And ask the hard questions. Where is the evidence that I am the one to solve the problem? I found that too many people are seeking to promote their proposal differentiation with zero evidence to back up their claims. They spend a lot of time and money promoting their services and products, but do not spend enough time and money collating evidence to prove that they are the real deal. Considering we live in a time when people are becoming increasingly distrustful, the need for you to show proof is even greater. According to behiring.com, the average hiring manager received 250 cover letters, or what's that? Cover letters per job post, and spends just 6 seconds reviewing each CV before moving on to the next one. As such, your CV needs to be reflecting more than just work experience and skills. It needs to be evidence based. As an example, when writing down all of the areas you worked on, always outline the results you created. It is the results of the work you did that provide the evidence that your great skills, hard work, and brilliant mind can add real value to the company you are looking to work for. In today's competitive workforce, I would go further and state that you should create a CV website, one that adds even more evidence to the CV you have presented. As an example, if you say you succeeded on X project bringing in X results, your CV website should then show the results in picture or video form, with testimonials from previous bosses and work colleagues. Shit. How many of us go and get video testimonials from work colleagues? Probably none. Hey, Chaz! Thank you for the daily heart me. Yes, please make sure y'all do y'all daily heart me's today. I appreciate y'all. And make sure you tap in the screen. Do you have a case study on your website with the brief you were given? Because sorry y'all. Do you have case studies on your website with the brief you were given? The process you use and the results you generated. This is a good way of getting potential clients to see how you work. It allows them to get a window into your critical thinking, creative approach, systematic processes, and most importantly, your ability to deliver on the brief at hand. It is not good enough to simply promote that you are good. You need the evidence to support this claim. Thank you. Good morning. All right, so if you already have case studies on your website, here are other ways to show evidence to substantiate your brilliance. Thank you. Good morning. Written testimonials, video testimonies, behind the scenes videos, industry reviews, lives like this. Hey, we live. And when undertaking your brand audit, you want to identify the path of least resistance. Hey, V, good morning. In other words, you want to find the methods that easily work for you. If you don't like being on video, then use written testimonies and industry reviews. If, like me, you enjoy engagement, use lives, behind the scenes videos. The key is to use methods that work for you and to use them to show that you are more than just your claims. You are the one to work with because you have the evidence that you can deliver. All right, so let's work. We got some homework. Y'all got y'all pen? Y'all ready? It says, where is the evidence? Write down a list of things you could use to gather evidence for your personal brand. If you are already doing them, great. What else could you be doing? Or how much more consistent do you need to be with the evidence gathering? I know me need to be very much more persistent and consistent with the testimony gathering, right? It says, who is already doing it? Who is already doing it is the key question to ask. The reason is because success leaves a footprint, and there are people out there who are already doing what you want to do and doing it well. It's your job to review whose footprint can I study to help me grow my brand. Last night, me and Chastity was online, and we were doing some work because we just happened to jump on that. We kind of randomly pop on and do um, work sometimes. So last night we were doing. I think we was on there to what, like 11:30, and this happened to be 11:30 now, and that's one of the things that I was doing last night. So I was utilizing a young lady I won't say I was utilizing her as inspiration. So I was, looking at her website and seeing some things, and I was looking at her. I won't say it was her onboarding form, but it's like her inquiry form or contact form, right? So anytime somebody wants to work with her, so I always tell clients to set up a lead qualifying form. If you are like me who provide services for people, right? Before somebody actually speaks to me, sometimes they'll go on to the, oh, thank you, Chastity, which they'll go onto my website, they'll book an appointment, right? But what I realized last week when I had several appointments booked, that my questions weren't asked, they weren't asking enough. And I'm the one always telling people, sure, excuse me, make sure you set up your lead qualifying. And here it was, I wasn't. So I was utilizing this young lady's website and form to kind of just be like, okay, what is she using? What do I want to use and what I don't want to use? Because we were in the same industry, so I was utilizing it as as like a template to kind of be like, okay, yeah, I like that question. That's a good question, and we definitely got it done last night. So now when people go to book with me, oh, it's going to be much more I would say robust. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot more questions, and it's going to help me determine and get the information that I need from them. What I realized what my other form was doing, it wasn't asking enough questions, and it was asking more about their business. In our last book we were reading, he said the dumbest question that you can ask is, tell me about your business. Guess what? That was the first question my questionnaire asked. Tell me about your business, right? So it's not necessarily the question, it's how the question's worded. So I had to better word that question to get the information. So I worded it in a way, it was like, tell me, like it was like, tell me as much about your brand and where you want to go, in much detail as possible. Because this way now it's like making them dig a little bit. It's not telling me about the business, but it's telling me about what outcome they want to get from me, and this is the reason why they're here. So I was really excited about doing that last night because I was like, "Ooh, when somebody go book an appointment, it's gonna be so much information." And it also has a part in there where it says, "Hey, Tamisha, good morning." It also has a part in there where it asks about the cost, or it's letting people know, like, hey, this is what the cost starts at. Could you, are you willing to pay this? You know what I'm saying? So I was excited about getting that done, and I think that'll be much more beneficial moving forward with clients and stuff like that. So here we go. It says, who is already doing it, right? It says, in the first instance, you should identify who is already doing what you want to do. These people are your aspirational competitors. Y'all know I say we don't call them competition. We call them inspiration. She calls them aspirational competitors. If you want to be the VP of sales who is already at the level, and what have they done to achieve that level of success? What associations are they part of? Which member clubs do they go to? What degrees do they study? Or did they study? Sorry, y'all. Identify who is in the marketplace doing what you want. Hey, thank you. What you want to do. This will give you an idea of some of the things you can implement to make your brand a success. I remember when I was 18 years old, starting out in 1996, I wanted to be a cross between Oprah and Jamil Spencer, one of the best marketing gurus in the world. I studied them both, analyzing their career paths, and took two key things from them. One, Oprah became rich by owning her own media content. Today, I own all of my TV and radio shows. Is this going slow or something? Sorry, y'all. It looked like the screen was going mad slow. All right. So as we see, she used them as Oprah and them as her inspiration, right? She says Spencer associated himself with the most high profile brands in his industry. So I went about my career seeking out Nike, L'Oreal, Aston Martin, and the like. As you do your brand audit this year, because we're doing our brand audit this year, right? Ask yourself who is already doing it at a higher level than me. They kicked us out. Oh, they done kicked us out. They done kicked us out. They done kicked us. Sorry, YouTube, but TikTok kicked us out, so we coming back over. I'm just opening it back up. Ooh, I don't think I ever did something. I gotta. It's bad. Look, I don't know why I be kicking us out. I don't know why it kicks us out, but we back. Sorry, y'all. It didn't kicked us out again. It done kicked us out again. It don't want us to be great. Better leave us alone. We trying to do this thing. All right. All right. We almost finished with this chapter. All right, or with this section because we on chapter 4. I mean chapter 3. All right. So the second part of the question is to ascertain who your direct competitors are, meaning who is already doing it at your level. Who are the people offering the same products or service as you at the same or similar price points? Targeting the same or similar customer or client group. For me, when I started, Oprah and Spencer were not direct competitors. Other graduates with big dreams and broke pockets were. So it was good for me to study my peers, to ascertain what routes they were taking, and to keep an eye on them as they progressed. The third part of this question is who are my non direct competitors? Companies or individuals whose products or services are not the same as yours, but they could satisfy the same consumer needs. Your non direct competitors help you spot industry and market trends, and they are often perfect fits with which to establish potential partnerships and strategic alliances to connect better with your clients. As an example, you might be a freelance makeup artist. You're the business and your brand is you. As such, your aspirational competitor might be Pat McGrath, the highest paid makeup artist with a net worth of 1 billion. So you study McGrath's journey to success and identify key stepping stones that resonate and might work for you. Your direct competitors may be other makeup artists who, like you, have 10,000 Instagram followers. And your non direct competitors may be makeup product manufacturers and brands. So, do y'all hear that right? Because I feel like a lot of times when we're thinking about competitors or non direct competitors, we're not really like thinking. So I just want to make sure that you guys are, have been able to digest that example because this was really good. And I think this was a great example to share for you to understand so that when we leave off of here today, you're able to go look at who are your aspirational competitors doing exactly what you're doing, who are your non-direct competitors. You're able to check that out. All right. So let's just come back over here. All right. So identifying who is already doing it enables you to expand your knowledge, establish effective stepping stones, and make relevant contacts. All right. So let's do the work. We got some homework. So who else is doing it? So we want to list your aspiring competitors, list your direct competitors, and list your non-direct competitors. All right. So we're listing our aspiration. I mean, you could do 3 to 5, right? Or you could just a whole bunch. I don't know. I always say like between 3 to 5, because when you do more than that, that can be overwhelming, and then you could get information overload. You could start suffering from what's that, imposter syndrome, because you're watching somebody else and you're comparing yourself, and all of those emotions could come up. So I say, just be careful. All right, be careful. Don't do it too much. Don't do too much. All right. All right. So all right, I'm gonna stop there with that one, and then we go through our homework, because we got homework. We got homework to do. All right. So here's some key takeaways from this chapter. Your key takeaways: your brand promise should never change, but your brand solutions, your offers, your services, your delivery must evolve. So just because you might be doing the same thing from 2, 3, 4 years ago, you just think, okay, does this still satisfy my customers? Have they grown? Because if you think about it, if you're still working with the same customers, they've grown. They may not need that no more. They may want something different. They may have gone to these trips. They might want to go somewhere else. So you gotta point them in the direction, right? So also ask, is what I'm selling still solving a problem that my audience needs today? Is what I'm selling still solving a problem my audience has today? And I think that sometimes we're not asking that question. I know sometimes I'm like, yeah, people need to know this, but do I want to do it, right? And to evolve, is this something that you enjoy, or is it something that you can just pay somebody to do because it's not in your wheelhouse, right? So he says, look at Coca-Cola, same promise, happiness, but evolving slogans and products to stay relevant. So Friday or Thursday we had the analogy of Coca-Cola, where as people started changing it, health conscious and stuff like that, they started adding different products that kept them relevant in the market, and not just Coca-Cola, right? So question: when was the last time you updated your offer, content, or messaging based and promise? What do you want your audience to feel or to experience through you? What do you want your audience to feel or experience through you? And then 2, audit your offers and services. Audit your offers and services. That's what we were doing this weekend too. We were working on our offers, as well as some of my products. I was organizing my store, making sure that they are the categories of the store are relevant to what we're talking about, products. So just FYI, if anybody has been interested in working and doing digital marketing with programs like DWA or BCA, you could definitely go to my website and check them out. There are some freebies there for you to be able to download. Hey, Tag! For you to be able to download to find out information before you buy. So I currently have the DWA, which is awesome. So much information. And one of the things that I feel like with both of the courses, the best thing is that it teaches you how to do your own thing. And it's encouraging they encourage you to do your own thing. It just sets you up. If you don't have the experience, if you don't have the knowledge, it's there for you to be able to do what you need to do. So you can definitely go check those out. I think it should be like in the training section of the website. So all right, here we go. So we got number 2, audit your services. Do your current products still solve problems, or are they outdated? I'll be the first to admit mine was outdated. Over the weekend, I think we started Thursday night. Oh, matter of fact, I think we started Wednesday in the growth hour. Hey! So if you aren't registered, please make sure you register for the growth hour collective.com, where we are supporting each other. It's a community of women that we meet up every Wednesday, and actually we've added more days. So Just we'll be adding Friday at Friday evening. Tay just told me last week that she's willing to do Friday evening, so we'll have Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday mornings for us to get our work done. So I'm excited about that. Thank you. Let's go. I appreciate you. All right, so now number 3, align your visuals and voice. Do your graphics, colors, content, tone, and captions match your intention? Do your graphics, colors, content, tone, and captions match your attention? All right, and now questions. Where do you think your brand is most out of alignment right now? Where do you think your brand is most out of alignment right now? And what's one piece of feedback you've received that made you rethink your messaging? What's one piece of feedback you've received that made you rethink your messaging? What's one feedback that I've gotten that made me change my messaging? I think that people saying, I don't know what you do, Mecca. That has been like, I think the hardest way to communicate what I do, because I do a lot, but I'm learning that I just got to focus on the little bit of stuff that I can do. You know what I'm saying? And stop trying to speak to all this stuff. So we focus on the results we're getting, and then that's it. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm in the process of redoing now, right? Because it's great. You can do your logo, do all of this stuff, but I think that people aren't understanding the process behind it. You know, we can go get a logo, we can go get the color, we can do all this stuff, but if we're not understanding, and I truly believe, especially when you're a solopreneur, that you got to get to know yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Before you're, and I won't say before, but it helps to be able to create the messaging when you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it helps. But definitely the confusion that has helped, that has definitely made me rethink my messaging. Is someone telling me like, Mecca, I'm not sure, I want to work with you, but I'm not sure what you do. So that has definitely made me want to fix that. So the other one was, where do you think your brand is most out of alignment right now? Personally, this is the reason why I came on TikTok, right? Because when I first started back on going live, it was more for me, right? It was more for me to just get back comfortable, because I know that going live is an important part of building an online business. I just didn't want to do it. It was like I didn't want to do it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk about Canva all day, because I don't want to talk about it. So I had to figure out a way that it was in alignment with, and it felt comfortable, and I could get on here every day and talk about it with a book or without a book. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out that for me, and I feel like right now, my brand is becoming more in alignment. And it is, I don't feel like it's as out of alignment as it used to be, but I feel like it's getting there, and I feel like I'm finding my voice. But guess what? I wouldn't have been able to find it if I didn't get out of my way and say, you know what? I'm going to start showing up every day online for my business, for myself, and then for whoever else it turns out that I'm helping in the process. When I get emails and people text messages and people are like, Mecca, you have no idea. Thank you. It is, y'all don't know, that like warms my heart, because I am the one that does it to people. I'm like, oh, thank you for living your purpose. And then when I get that in return, it's like, yes, I'm glad that I listened to God, and I'm glad that I'm doing what God has led me to do, because in reality, this is it's all God led, right? I could just be out here, just go work a job and just do that and be back, but God's not allowing me. God has something bigger for me, and I'm allowing myself to be led the way I need to. So, all right, here's our poll question for before we get out of here. It says, which area of your brand needs the most realignment right now? Your offers, your content, your visuals, or messaging? Your offers, your content, your visuals, or messaging, or all the above? Which area of your brand needs the most realignment right now? Your offers, your content, and visuals, or messaging? Personally, I feel like it's my offers too, Tay. I'm cleaning it up. I'm definitely cleaning it up. So if you don't know, right now I'm doing a 12-week brand and go get the bag beta class. So if you are interested in joining my brand and go get the bag beta class, please send me your DM so I can onboard you. But this week starts the brand and go get the bag. It was supposed to start last week, but we had some technical difficulties. But definitely we'll be starting this week. So yes, if you are interested in just realigning your brand, join us. 12-week. Again, it's a beta. Thursday. Thursday evening, we will be starting. Okay. So yeah, so that will be 12 weeks. Each week we'll go through all the different stages of branding. I'll also provide you so literally at first the class was going to be content to cash, right? I've seen like 5 other content creators create a course called that. So I went back to what I want, and I realized I didn't want to just do content, right? I wanted to talk more about the brand because what what I feel like a lot of times is that we just start our business and we just hit the ground running. Somebody said we need some colors, we get some colors. Somebody said we need a logo, we get a logo, right? But we don't really understand that the branding, um, all of it is the foundation, right? So if we have all of this stuff together and we understanding the branding message, we understand what a brand strategy is, and we understand what a marketing strategy and a marketing plan, and your brand statement, all of these different things are part of the foundation. And we talked about this last week. It's like we be building a house, but we don't have the foundation right. And then people are wondering, and you hear statements where it's like, "Oh, small businesses don't last this long." Da, 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 da. I think it's because a lot of times because we don't understand the foundation. People talk about, you need a business plan, and you need this, and you need that. But I truly believe that branding yourself, branding your business, helps with longevity. Period. It helps with longevity, and you can brand and rebrand, right? But it's up to you, to and I've seen companies be successful without branding. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to do it this way because this is my way and this is the way I want to do things. So we're going to be doing the 12-week brand and go get the bag. And so when you leave here, the goal is that everything is in alignment. Your offers, your messaging, your content, your visuals, everything is in alignment. And not only that, you have a little bit more understanding so that if you decide, 6 months from now, a year from now, you want to change your brand, you'll understand the levels to it and not just go, "Oh, I want to change my colors. Oh, I'm going to change my logo." There'll be a strategy behind it. There'll be a system. It'll make sense way more than it makes sense when we just be starting out and we going off of all these things that people are throwing at us and telling us what we should do, all that. All right, so if you're interested in joining the brand and go get the bag 12-week beta program, please send me your email and I'll get you onboarded and I'll see you on Thursday. Now, brand realignment challenge, because we got some work to do, right? So I want you to take 15 minutes today to audit your brand promise versus your delivery. Hey, Faith. Faithful Love. I love that name. Take 15 minutes today to audit your brand promise versus your delivery. Then I want you to write or rewrite your current brand promise in one sentence. What do you deliver? What do you help people with? Hey there, good morning. What do you help people with? What is it that they come and they get when they leave? They like, this is what she provides, right? Or he provides. And then I want you to share a piece of content this week that reflects the new, more aligned version of your brand. You're going to share one piece of content this week that reflects the new, more aligned version of your brand. All right. And I need y'all to drop a bullseye in the chat if you're taking on today's challenge. Are you taking on today's challenge? Are you joining the brand and go get the bag 12-week accelerator program? Drop a bullseye in the chat if you're taking on today's challenge. And y'all, It is the Brand and Go Get the Bag Challenge. Brand and Go Get the Bag. I'm sorry. Brand and Go Get the Bag Accelerator 12-week program. Oh, my headache. Ooh. Look, we didn't took all of that. I probably shouldn't have put that in. And it says back and body. Oh no, that thing is still. Woo! It's like now that it moved over here. All right, y'all. It's the Brand and Go Get the Bag Challenge. I'm sorry, no, it's not the Brand and Go Get the Bag Challenge. It's the Brand and Go Get the Bag 12-week accelerated program. Why am I calling it the Brand and Go Get the Bag Challenge? I guess we might be doing that too one day soon. All right. That might be something outside of the 12-week program. So, that's a wrap, y'all. Today is day 8 of us reading I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer. And if you're ready to build a brand that grows with you, let's go. No more. I said the other day, I think I said it last week. No more am I allowing myself to lead y'all into the lion's den with building these solo businesses where we not only build a business, we to build a damn job. Because once you leave your job and you come to work for your business, that's going to be a lot more hours than you did when you was working at your job. So we're not doing that no more. We're building businesses that we can retire from, that we can set up and pass down to our kids. We're not building these solopreneur businesses that we end up working ourselves to death. We're not doing that no more. So tap in, y'all. Tap in, y'all. All right, so like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, share this with a biz bestie, cousin, friend, sister, auntie who needs a brand realignment. And join us tomorrow. Same place, same time, same energy. Hopefully it won't be the same headache. And remember, your audience can't trust a brand that doesn't trust itself. Stay clear, stay real, stay aligned. It's your girl, Mecca Joy. Keep growing, keep glowing, keep going. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I'm going to lay down for a second so I can get rid of this headache. And I'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh, we made it to 9K. Thank y'all for tapping. I appreciate y'all. Get your work done too. And send me your email. Bye. All right, YouTube. We out.